Hi, thank you, and thank you for tuning in to the first show of Checkered Nation. Okay, the show was created by Mark Brashley, creative and producer, and these are my co-hosts. This is Kevin, and this is William.
Hello.
Hello.
So today, our first show, we're going to talk about dating, being single and dating. So Kevin and William, what have your experiences been?
Dating is always a sore topic, isn't it, for everyone, especially being gay?
What do you think?
I think everyone's situation is different. I've had some good and bad experiences.
Okay, go on.
I think the best way actually to meet other people is to join some sort of gay activist club, whether it's the Stonewall Democrats or the Log Cabin Republicans, or maybe the Gay Men's Chorus, something like this. This way you get to know people, and sometimes it's better to become friends first.
Now, what do you think about that?
I think I disagree with that. Like,
do too.
as he was talking about like Stonewall and Log Cabins, like what is that, you know? Because I'm very involved with Log Cabin. I'm sure most of you guys know, but trying to get dates through that it's not a good way, you know. I don't think it's almost like joining a church just to find a date,
right? Just to find a man,
exactly. And I think that's totally wrong way of going about. Nothing against you, Kevin,
right?
But
if it works for you.
I think, you know, doing things like volunteering work usually work, because I actually done a lot of volunteer work for like at the Mater Field. They have a lot of stuff. I don't know. Have you tried that and see?
Yes, for me the best way, I actually prefer online dating or going to the gym, because I think that if you're doing things in your everyday life, more than likely you're going to run across someone who has the same interests as yourself just by doing things in your everyday life. And it is frustrating sometimes, but eventually I personally believe it will happen. Because when my friends have tried to set me up, my friends would set me up with the total opposite of what I
How
like.
would you approach someone at a gym, say if you're both on a treadmill or something?
With just a towel on?
Is that how most people, is that how most
in the locker room, or
is that how most people ride the treadmill with?
That's why I don't
a towel
know.
on?
The gym is another sensitive, I think, area. Like, it's not very neutral area, I think.
No, see, I kind of disagree with you, because depending on which gym you go to, I personally go to a gym in downtown Sacramento. I won't mention the name, but it's a gym downtown, and it's very diverse. And I believe you basically have to be careful in that environment. However, I believe that if you continue to do things in your everyday life that are positive, you kind of open up those doors. And I actually don't think the bar is actually a bad place, but you have to remember, a lot of guys are only out there for one thing, but it's still possible to meet someone.
And even certain clubs, even though they may be gay, there are straight men that often frequent those clubs. So
you're talking about one club in particular?
Well,
here in Sacramento.
Not mentioning
we won't mention the name, but it's here in Sacramento.
What if you went up to, if you approached a gentleman, you thought he was good looking and approachable, and he took offense to that because he wasn't actually gay?
However,
or single.
Right, but I think most people know, if the sign on the door says you are in a gay club, please remember to respect the people that frequent this establishment that are gay. If you step into a gay club, on the other hand, you have to remember, if someone approach you, you cannot necessarily be offended. I know it's hard for some people to not be offended when they're not gay. However, but I feel for the most part, you're talking about rejection now. You could be rejected just as well by a gay guy, you know, on that regards. But I feel for the most part that I don't think the clubs are a bad idea. I mean, if you see a straight guy in a gay club, that is a possibility. You're right. But for me personally, I feel comfortable going out to a club, gay club, or the gym, or just doing things in my everyday life to, you know, increase the chances of meeting someone. Because I'm not that political, so for me, joining a political group right now,
I mean,
it doesn't work for me.
It's such a niche market. You know, you want to join something that is actually, you know, everyone would join. You know, like I mentioned volunteering, but let's go back to the club thing. I kind of like, you know, I have mixed feeling on that. You know why? Because most people go to clubs to just have fun. You don't go to clubs to have a meaningful relationship. You know.
Oh, wait. Okay, let's get real for a minute. We all go out, okay? All three of us have been out.
But
okay?
I don't go out and say, I'm gonna find my Mr.
No,
Right.
of course you're not doing that, but come on, but let's get real though for a minute, William. Especially, well, you're not saying much, so can't really.
Well, can you honestly? Can you meet someone? I mean, a good quality person if you go to a nightclub, and
it does happen. Maybe not.
If it turns into like a one night stand, do you think
if you
have a
go
good
home
chance
with them, then that's a one night stand. But you kind of set up that avenue if it's going to be a one night stand by going home with someone on the first night. On the other hand, you see, it doesn't have to be that way. Because my thing is, if you're interested in someone, you're going to say, hey, you know, if you would like to go out on a date or something, kind of steered away from that. And more than likely, you might find out.
If you're with another friend or maybe a group of friends,
But
do you think it's okay to go home with someone?
No.
What? Repeat?
What kind of question is that?
Yes, I know.
No.
How did we go off that?
Should our viewer answer that for us?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Please email your answers, what you think of this, to checkerednation.com or checkerednation.org, and please give us your input on this.
Because I think it sounds like we're struggling with this topic. Because nightclub, unless you do sign language, you're not going to meet anyone because you have to scream across the room.
No, I disagree with you because eye contact says a lot. And like me, if I really want to talk to someone, I don't have a problem going up to someone saying something. You see me in action. Watch what you say because we are on tape, okay? All right, and you, watch what you say.
You know, I think a good idea if you want to pick up someone in clubs.
Now, I'm not saying pick up someone in a club. I'm talking about meeting someone
we
for
can,
potential.
You know, like people who's watching this can construct like a contact card with like their name and number, and that's it. You know, and just say, hi, I'm interested in you. Here's my information. Because you're not gonna carry any good conversation in a club.
All right. So basically, what you're saying, you're proving my argument. Then it is possible to meet someone in a club.
Not carry a long, in-depth
Oh
conversation.
no, of course not. You can't. Now with
because
the loud
most of the time,
music,
most people are drunk anyway. So you don't take things seriously.
Not most people. Some people.
What if you have them meet you somewhere afterwards, or maybe
that sounds like a quickie.
In the parking lot.
Yeah, come on.
No, for
I'm free. 20
conversation.
minutes. Come on.
It's not always about that. If you want to have a conversation with someone without, this very loud music thumping in the background.
But I think when you open up that door, hey, you want to meet somewhere in 10 minutes? That sounds kind of cheap.
But okay, besides club, there's other places we can meet,
But
right?
that's my opinion. Why did you say, would you like to meet at Carol's or something?
Right.
That's what you're saying.
Or
that's
Starbucks,
exactly what I
or
was saying. I
Starbucks.
wasn't saying meeting in the back
I
alley.
didn't
Kevin's
know.
frustrated,
That's what it
guys.
sounds like. It sounded like that climax song. Meet you in the ladies' room. I'd be right there with you. But go on.
But like, you guys going back to like Starbucks and Carol's. I mean, those are like the common places, like grocery store.
The grocery store, like Carol's like the grocery store.
You can actually meet people. at
Is it
Starbucks and
realistic to meet someone though, William? Do you think in the produce section when you're
If you live in a
Depends
gay
on
area in town, and now come on, we all know people who live in different parts of the different states and things like that. There are lots of areas that gay people frequent just to increase their chances of meeting someone who happens to be gay. So if you go to those types of places,
a grocery store?
yeah, it hasn't happened to
I
me.
tried it before.
Does it work?
It actually works. You know, it's hard to tell who's gay or straight, but of course, but you have to kind of tune up